Hi guys, I am Jaja and welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. Um, y'all, the only way that I can describe coming out of Venus and Mercury retrograde with that new moon in Pisces is like the death card. I have come to the conclusion that I am going through some sort of major transformation, and like it's just been a struggle. I honestly think that I am ascending in some way, and the spirit team is really trying to get me to look at my shadow side. I mean, really, that's what retrogrades and new moons are for, right? The new moon is the dark side of the moon, which is the shadow aspect and the subconscious aspect. And since I am a Cancerian, which is the moon, right? The energies just play on me super, super heavy. Like, oh my god, I can't. So the last couple days have really just been me really in hermit mode, really trying to meditate and pray and just get my mind back right. And I think I'll do a video eventually on when you're purging your shadow self, to kind of tips and tricks to get through it. Like I said, I'm still kind of in the process, so maybe a little bit later this month or something like that. But definitely wanted to get that out there. All right. Where am I? Okay, I wanted to shuffle those because I hadn't shuffled them from when I did my own reading last night. I'm actually going to start with the Gateway of Light Tarot, just because, we're out of retrogrades, we're out of the new moon, so let's call in some light. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right. So we have Memories of Atlantis, Spiritual Acceleration, Progress, and Technology. So that will be the card that we are overall clarifying today. I think that's interesting because I was just talking about spiritual acceleration. So let's read from the book. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connection. Their disrespect for the earth and the ocean caused a great cataclysm that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those who upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment and devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you're a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. Meditation. Visualize yourself cloaked in deep blue energy, Atlantic Ocean blue, and say, Atlantean Council of Light, thank you for supporting the evolution of my soul so that I can surmount the karmic imbalances of my previous incarnations. Your message. You're being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You're becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty spot on to how I'm feeling right now. When I was speaking earlier about, trying to, uh, e- process my shadow side. That is the stuff where your ego and your subconscious and just the stuff that isn't ours kind of get mixed and jumbled together. I've given the example before of like boys don't cry. Another one is like, in order, like, success is being like having a certain amount of money in the bank, or looking a certain way is what beauty is, that kind of stuff. That just like isn't right, but it sticks with us, right? And so, like, when you go to do your mirror work, or when you go to do your affirmations, or just like you're just having a down day, what runs through your mind, those negative thoughts that run through your mind of like, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not spiritual enough, right? All of those things are your shadow side. And really, what the retrograde and new moons in particular do is flare that up. And I think the reason why I felt so like overwhelmed the last couple days is because we had three different aspects of shadow kind of converging at once. And I am an energy worker, so for me the energy was just super duper heavy. But like I said, I feel like we're coming out of it. I mean, I still feel a little out of it, um, you know, but my plan is to do some grounding work. Keep praying. I mean, prayer is always, always, always a thing for me. Like, I just, prayer is my number one go-to, right? When I'm feeling a certain way. And really all I've been hearing from the universe right now is rest. So it is what it is. I think my Aries moon does not like to sit the fuck down. But it is what it is. All right, let's see. What is the message for the collective today? Interesting. Okay, so the overall influence is the Magician in the upright, which is manifestation, which I love this for y'all. I love this. I love this. This is all about bringing in that 5D stuff, bringing in your hopes and your fears, and really, or your hopes and your dreams and your goals, and really bringing that down, on the 3D level, and manifesting. I'm getting a very heavy, like, Knight of Pentacles Chariot vibe from this, of like, the Knight of Pentacles is a day-to-day practice to work toward your goals, and then the Chariot is, like moving forward movement. Crossing it is the Six of Pentacles, which is actually giving me an imbalance, and I'll tell you why later. Yeah, because in the Six of Pentacles, this guy is giving to one person but not the other. So this could be the card of equal give and take, or I want equal give and take, but it's really screaming at me right now, imbalance. In your overall influence, we have the moon, which I was just talking about, the new moon, and the shadow aspects of the new moon being the overall influence is pretty, I think that's pretty spot on. So, the universe doesn't make any mistakes, right? In your subconscious, you have the Hermit in the reverse, which is coming out of Hermit mode. I said this in my earlier videos. I definitely feel like our calendar kind of, like our 12-month calendar kind of messes with us because our ancestors really didn't start the new year until March 1st. Yeah, March 1st was the beginning of the new year. This whole time was considered winter and considered the time of death and transformation. And so, the subconscious being wanting to get out, see people, and also we're also coming out of COVID, right? So, or hopefully, I don't know. Knock on wood. But yeah, I'm just getting this very strong sense of wanting to need to just get out of hermit mode, get outside, get some fresh air, smell some spring like air. I don't know why I'm getting very outdoorsy vibes from this hermit in the reverse. In the past, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is holding on tightly to the old, not willing to accept the new, having trying to control every little thing and every little outcome. That is what the Four of Pentacles here is giving me. It's in the past, so we're done with that shit, okay? In the future position, we have the Eight of Swords, which is getting out of your mind, getting out of, it's pinking off of this hermit in reverse, which is all about outside, more love, more joy. I'm hearing, which is weird because I don't normally get that from the Eight of Swords. I get getting out of like jail or mental jail normally, because the thing about the Eight of Swords is like she's not really in prison. Like there's no bars here in the front. She's not blind, like she's blindfolded, but she's like loosely bound, so she can like get out the bindings and take off her blindfolds kind of thing. In the reverse, it is jailbreak. It is, I am out. I am done with this shit. In your, was this up or was it down? They said it was up. In your current attitude is the Page of Cups. I love this as a current attitude. It's very new. It's young. It's like it's like it's dreamy, right? Because the fish that's in this cup, the page is imagining, right? And it's pinging off of this Magician card. So it's like you're trying to manifest something. You're in this new dreamy state. It's also pinging off the Moon card, which can be kind of dreamy or whatever. The Magician being the overall influence is telling me that you guys are trying to call down something, really trying to manifest it here in the 3D. And I think that this is a wonderful, wonderful attitude to be in, right? Especially if you're trying to get out of your mental prison, especially if you're trying to get out of hermit mode, then then being dreamy, and stuff like that is good. For your current environment, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. It's giving me not wanting attention, which I'm gonna have to, I'm getting a little bit of a loss. My heart does hurt, so I'm definitely going to clarify this, right? So it's kind of interesting, this dichotomy between your attitude being dreamy and hopeful, but I'm almost getting like a heart chakra loss and not wanting attention here. In your hopes and fears, this could be a fear of a fixed perspective or a hope for a new, different transformative perspective. I'll clarify this to see which one it is. I'm getting either or. I mean, it's the Hangman, so it could be either or, right? For your outcome, you have the Emperor in the reverse. And what I want to say about this is normally the Emperor in the reverse is not good, right? Like this is someone who's completely mentally unstable and out of their fucking mind. That is actually not what I'm getting from this Emperor in reverse. What I'm getting is letting go of control, which is, again, and it's pinging off of this Eight of Swords, getting out of your mental prison, letting go of control, being more dreamy. On that point, and I'll start clarifying, one of the things that I kind of realized yesterday in talking to my guides, because here's the thing about being an intuitive, the second guessing your gifts is constant. Like, am I doing this right? Is this what you want me to be doing? Am I talking about things right? Are these topics helpful? Like, there's just so much doubt that comes up, like, am I hearing things right? Whatever. I was really on that part, over the last couple days. Like, am I hearing everything okay? And one of the things that my team, you know, did not, or wanted me to, understand is like, and wanting to be right all the time, right? And wanting to be right all the time is trying to control the outcome, right? And I have to just accept the fact that I can make mistakes, right? And I may not hear everything correctly all the time, right? And I have to give myself love and grace for those times that I'm not hearing correctly, hold on. Okay, so clarifying the Magician and the Six of Pentacles is the Empress, right? So the Queen of all decks, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Swords, the Eight of, the Strength card, and the Ace of Swords. What's interesting is, so the Knight of Pentacles upright is, you, like I was talking about that earlier, it was like the day-to-day practice towards a goal. Um, it, but it's in the reverse. So, but it's pinging off of this Eight of Swords. I'm almost getting a sense, sometimes we can overthink things, right? Sometimes it's not as hard as we make it. Is really what this Knight of Pentacles is giving me. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. We have to let go of the control of things, right? And that's how we get out of our mental prison, right? Maybe every day isn't a hustle. I hate that, like, hustle now, sleep when I'm dead, like, thing. I can't fucking stand it. I think it's a terrible 3D, greedy, lack mentality way of looking at life. That is not the point of us being here. The point is not for us to work until we're 75, live another 5 years, and then die. Right? Like, I don't think that is a healthy mindset to have. And that's what I'm getting off of this Knight of Pentacles. Like stepping into Emperor, Empress energy fully means some days I rest. The days that I have the energy, I hustle hard, right? The days that I'm like, meh, I give as much energy as I can, and I go off and I have fun and I bring joy and pleasure to my life. Like, that's what I'm getting from this row. It's like moving on to calmer waters, finding the strength and clarity, really, to get out of your mental prison, because that's how it moves, right? Um, Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify this moon card. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. The Devil in the reverse. The Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the World card. So the moon is all about what's hidden. It's also shadow work. It's actually pinging off of this Emperor in the reverse, so I definitely want to clarify that. The King of Swords in reverse, it can be an unwise decision. It's actually giving me I don't know why it's giving me divorce. I'm actually just going to pull on this King of Swords. I don't know what that is. That's freaking weird. They keep saying divorce, divorce. But normally divorce is in the upright. Maybe no divorce. So clarifying that is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hangman upright again. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to clarify the rest of these. What is this? All right, 1 second. Clarifying the Hangman is the Chariot, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Spirit, what's the Seven of Cups? Three of Swords. The Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Seven, or the Eight of Pentacles. Spirit, what is this Emperor in the reverse? Four of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, one more. Again, I'm just building this out and then. All right. All right, so, there's something here about not, like, walking away to complete a cycle, around codependency and a fixed mindset. What's interesting is we have the Queen of Wands to the King of Cups and the World card. And they're both pinging off of this Emperor in the reverse, which is interesting because we have the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Now, since these aren't counterparts, I mean, I guess they could be, right? Or it could be aspects of the same person, right? One person who is really attractive, but also deeply emotional and holds back their emotions, walking away from someone who is a King of Swords in the reverse. That could be an Aries, or I'm sorry, a Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, or why am I blanking? Libra? Maybe? Yes. That could be it. This King of Swords in reverse is coming across as someone who has a fixed perspective and is possibly codependent. He does not feel... he hurts my side. He almost feels defeated. I just get this like heavy defeated feeling off of him. Yeah, and remember I was saying divorce. So what's interesting is the Two of Cups in the reverse can be the divorce card as well. Again, we have it's weird, right? Because we have the Queen of Wands to the King of Cups, and then the Empress to the Emperor, but the Emperor's in reverse. So it's almost like mixed match partners here. So I don't know who this is for. I really don't. Now, there's something here about being unchained from the devil, or working on that. Now, this is all clarifying the moon, which is what the purpose of the new moon is supposed to do, right? Like, is help you clear, those devil aspects of us, right? And when I say devil aspects, it could be insecurity. It could be childhood traumas, right? Like whatever comes up for you during the new moon or a retrograde, that's the stuff that you're being asked to clear, right? And so this is giving me very heavy new perspective. I mean, we have the chariot in the up. We have the chariot in the upright twice. So clearly between the chariot in the upright twice and the 8 of Cups here, the 6 of Swords in the upright, this is forward movement, which is what you want, right? This is really what you want out of coming out of a retrograde, right? You want forward movement. All the energy is new, so hopefully you cleared whatever karmic cycle that you needed to clear with the Mercury and the Venus retrogrades, and now we are in new energy, right? And we are in our chariot in Emperor status, moving the fuck on. And I'm loving that. This 6 of Wands in the reverse here is clarified by the 8 of Wands in the reverse, the High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I thought I saw the King of Pentacles again. I think I saw him in my pre-shuffle. It's like no action towards your intuition created an imbalance. It's creating an imbalance is what I'm getting from. The King of Pentacles in the reverse, I mean, it could be financial, but it's giving me very heavy needing to be grounded, right? And so I'm getting a sense here of maybe someone coming to the realization, because it's pinging off of this, I keep wanting to say Pisces, which is the Hanged Man, right? It's pinging off of this Hanged Man upright of like realizing, right, that if you were in hermit mode, if you were overthinking, if you were trapped in your mind, that like that no action piece, right, is what creates the instability. Okay? Not just trying something new. Now, mind you, like I said, retrogrades are generally not the time that we do try things new, right? Spirit does want us to sit the fuck down, right? And really call out our devils, right? Really call out our insecurities. So now is definitely the time to turn this 8 of Wands in the reverse to the upright, and make this King of Pentacles in reverse a King of Pentacles upright. Same with the Emperor that's in the reverse, right? Like the energy is super new. Like this is the first day of us out of everything, right? Clarifying this Hanged Man upright, or the Hanged Man in reverse, which is, him standing up. It's giving me new perspective. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, Emperor, again, like I said, we have the Chariot twice. So in the car, getting the fuck on, right? Towards victory. Now we have the 6 of Wands upright. So, and it's pinging off of this Page of Cups. Remember I was saying it was giving me this like hopeful, dreaming, like, okay, I'm ready. Like this can work kind of vibe from that. That's what I'm getting off of that. The 7 of Cups is actually it's like moving forward, being victorious after removing an illusion around a lesson. Now, again, I said this in all of my Mercury retrograde videos, right? Illusions are super duper heavy during retrogrades, and we had 2, right? All of the planets are now finally direct. So it makes sense to me, right? Why you would want to get, like, why now you feel like you can get in your car and go, and the like fuzziness around either a relationship or a job or what the fuck ever it is that you had your epiphany about, right, came through. Because again, all the planets are direct, so it's not like there's no confusion, right? Like I just have to leave that in the past and start looking forward. Yeah, it's like a lesson that just wasn't working and that was just heartbreaking. Here's the thing about beating yourself up or overthinking. You can go down that rabbit hole, like, and the rabbit hole can just get deeper and deeper and deep. Like, take this as someone who, I mean, I feel like most water signs have that issue, right? Where we can just, I mean, the ocean is deep, right? um so I'm getting a heavy sense here of someone who may have, and don't beat yourself up for this, because again, we had two major retrogrades, in the middle of, a node shift, and Uranus going direct, or Uranus going direct. Like there's like from an astrological perspective, from end of October to like yesterday was heavy. Okay, like think death card, major transformation, right? All the planets being direct now frees up our burdens for sure. And I'm getting a sense of someone almost feeling free. Like this hangman in the upright is giving me freedom, like super freedom. Um, okay. I feel bottom of the deck we had the Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. With the Page of Swords. I'm getting stability. This Knight of Swords is giving me, so the Knight of Swords is fast moving. It's not long lasting. Like as quick as he goes in, he comes out. It's giving me long lasting stability, right? With this Page of Swords, um it's giving me like mental clarity, like almost like playing with a new idea, playing with a thought. It's a page, so it's immature, right? Because it's new and it's pinging off of this hangman in the upright. So it's like a new thought process, a new way of thinking, right? That you're really trying to ensure sticks, right? And that's beautiful. I think that is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Um, okay, do they want me to do anything else? They want me to pull a past life oracle. So let's go ahead, because I feel complete in that. I think that this is a wonderful, fresh. There's a lot of forward movement in this, in this spread here. The world in the upright is a completion of a cycle, right? We got the Chariot in the upright twice. We have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Like this is the Hangman upright. Like this is new. This is a beautiful, beautiful spread. And I love it for the collective. I'm super proud of you guys. It really looks like you did your inner work, and closed out these karmic cycles. I will tell y'all, I don't know if I will ever again do Venus retrograde love readings. I really do feel like um, the energies were just too heavy. And I do want to explain what I mean by that. So when I channel, um, depending on what's happening, stuff comes through, right? Like I do a pretty good job of ensuring that it's not anything like lower vibrational. But one of my most recent gifts has actually been mediumship. So I've had a couple, which is new to me, right? Like I've always had that communication with my spirit guides and my archangels. That's always been there. But being able to communicate to like dead people is new. And that energy that comes through, like especially if someone died tragically, it's not a good feeling, and so when I say heavy, it's like the channel is open and I'm trying to feel out cards, and I also, in addition to whatever is coming forward to speak to the collective or the sign that I'm reading for, I'm also getting pushed and pulled on by the astrology, right? And so I think I am going to do a video on channeling as well as ascension, because especially as you're ascending and you get new gifts, it can be very, very traumatic. You may think that you are losing your mind, and I promise you, you are not. So I will definitely add that to the calendar for you guys, and just deal with how I, process that stuff. All right, basically, I'm done shuffling. So let's see. We have baby. Listen, babies are new. And this is a newborn baby. And it's baby Moses, the baby in the basket, right? Like, new adventures, flowing down the river, getting the fuck on with our life, new thought process, new love, new everything. I love this for you guys, especially as we are, remember, memories of Atlantis, our spiritual ascension, progress, technology, right? I love this read. Like, honestly, this was beautiful. All right. That is all that I have for y'all. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys on the other side. Bye.